Okay, I'm gonna sew up some easy, fast bummies. So there's only the front and the back, 2 leg bands, and the waistband. That's all you're gonna need. It takes up very little fabric and it's a very fast sew. So what I like to do first is I put the bands right sides together and show the sew with short ends. So we're just gonna do that real quick. Put the bands together, show the short ends. And we're gonna do the same thing with the waistband. Put right sides together, sew the short end. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside. And then for this one, our front and our back, we're gonna put our front on top of our back and line up the side seams and then sew them together. And then we're gonna line up the crotch seam and sew that together. And then do the same for the other side seam. Okay, I'm gonna quarter mine real quick just so it's already done. So I'm gonna line up seam to seam, mark my halfway point, that will be our center back, seam to seam, and then clip the center front. So now we know where the center back and the center front are. I don't do it with my legs. I don't feel like they need to, unless you were doing like an adult size. So the big one is our waistband. So we're gonna do seams to seam, right or wrong sides together, fold it in half. And I'm gonna put a clip where those seams meet. Fold it in half like all the way around. I'm gonna throw some clips on and then we'll get our exact half and quarter points. I just do this so it lays flat. All right, so this is where our seam is. So I'm gonna start right here and go straight down from where my seam is, and this yellow one will be our halfway. So then we're gonna take our seam clip and our halfway clip and match them up. And this will be our quarter point. Turn it around, and this will be our other quarter point. I'm putting mine on the inside, so I want this is the folded top of the waistband, so I want my pictures to go this way, how they are. So I'm gonna find the seam, and I'm going to find the back clip, and I'm gonna clip them together. And go all the way around. So the side seam will be the side clip. This is our front. And this is our other side. Now this is what it looks like once it's all clipped on. Then you will sew all the way around. We're gonna do the same thing for the leg bands once I cut them apart. But I only do the halfway points on the leg bands. You can do quarters if you want. I just don't feel it's necessary on some kid sizes. If they were bigger sizes, I would, but not on some small kid ones. All right, so that's my half. I'm gonna find my other half. I'm gonna do that to this one. Halfway is where our seams are. Fold it around, all the way around. Sometimes it doesn't line up perfectly. You gotta move it around a little bit. All right, and then straight down from my seams is my halfway. I'm gonna cut off this tail. It's obnoxious. Okay, so then we're just gonna, I like to put my seams to my crotch seam. And then our clips are going to go to our side seam. Oops. Make sure it's not all twisted. And that's what it's gonna look like. You can throw extra clips on if you want. I just kind of do it as I go. So seam to the center seam or the crotch seam, and then clip to our side seam. So we're gonna sew here, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. I'm gonna throw a tag on real quick. What size was this? 3? Just figure out which one was the back. Okay, and now we're just going to sew them on. So there's our waistband on. Now we're just going to do our legs and then we will be done. Because you don't have to hem bummies because they have bands. And the next one. And we're just going to turn it right sides out. And these are our bunnies. Bunnies are quick and a simple sew.